Hello and welcome back to another 10th house brand video. My name is Gabrielle and today we are going to be discussing how you can find potential careers in your birth chart. Now there are a few indicators that will show you potential careers in your birth chart. I'm going to talk about 3 and then I'm going to focus on 2. So the first indicator in your birth chart for potential careers would be your 10th house and the condition of your 10th house. That means planets that are in the 10th house and aspects to planets that are in the 10th house. Now, I'm not going to focus so much on that one. However, there are 2 other indicators that I am going to talk about today. So the first indicator that I'm going to that I'm going to discuss is the north node in the birth chart. And the second indicator that I'm going to discuss is the midheaven or the MC. Okay. So, let's get into it. The north node is an orbital node of the moon, and in astrology the north node represents your soul's intended journey. It's things that you should be moving towards in this lifetime, and the path that you should take to get to your highest self. I should also mention that there is a south node, which represents your comfort zone and the things that you should be moving away from in this lifetime. It also kind of represents where you were in your past life, right? Okay, so I'm going to say a little bit about the north node through the signs. So that means if you look up your birth chart and you see north node and next to it says north node in Aries or north node in Pisces, this is your soul's intended path. Okay, so let's get started. An Aries north node is moving towards a path of independence. That's the path that you should take to get to your highest self, right? You're a leader. You're intended to do things by yourself, okay? A Taurus north node is moving towards a path of security and stability. A Gemini north node is moving towards a path of communication and learning. A Cancer north node is focusing on nurturing self and nurturing others. There's a lot of value placed on the family and the home life. The Leo north node wants to be the star of their own show, and they should be. So you are the star of your own show. That's the path you're intended to take. Virgo north node is meant to embrace logic and routine and help yourself by helping others, right? Okay, so a Libra north node is intended to focus on relationships and their connection to others. A Scorpio north node, you're meant to share yourself and your life with others, and not be so hidden and to yourself. Share your life with others. Sagittarius north node, you're here to gain higher knowledge. A Capricorn north node is here to separate from their past, create their own career, and set goals and follow them through. An Aquarius north node is here to be a part of a group and to be a humanitarian. A Pisces north node is here to help those who can't help themselves. All right, so now the north node is not so much what you should be doing, but it's how you should be doing it, if that makes sense, right? So for instance, an Aries north node, let's say I want to be Oprah. So I have an Aries north node, so that means I would take an independent path to be Oprah, right? I wouldn't rely so much on like my connection to others to be Oprah. I would blaze my own trail, be a leader, be independent, right? So it's how you should get there, not so much what you're doing. Okay, so that is the north node in the birth chart. Now, the second indicator for potential careers in the birth chart is the midheaven or the medium coli. I think that's how you pronounce it, commonly referred to as the MC. All right, so let's get into that. Give me one second. All right, so the midheaven or the MC represents your legacy and your life calling. It's what you strive for and can indicate your potential careers, as I said earlier. So now I will go through and say potential careers for each sign. All right, so in Aries midheaven, we already said that, in the birth chart, Aries represents the first house, the house of self, and their path using the north node, if you have an Aries north node, is independence, right? So kind of using common sense, I guess, what would a potential career for an Aries midheaven be? Entrepreneurship, right? Working for yourself. Or also, other potential careers, you could work in the military, you could be a police officer, you could be an athlete, you could be in management, anything that allows you to kind of have that self control. All right, a Taurus midheaven. A Taurus midheaven, being ruled by Venus, they would be good at jobs like cooking, decorating, maybe a makeup artist, maybe a hairstylist, something like that. A Gemini midheaven. Now we already know Gemini excels at communication, so anything that allows them to share their ideas. Maybe an author, maybe a professional speaker, something like that. Something that allows them to communicate and inspire and share and teach. Right. A Cancer midheaven. A Cancer midheaven. They like to nurture others and take care of others. They could be a doctor, a counselor, or some sort of caretaker, anything that allows them to be their empathetic selves. A Leo midheaven, they're here to be the star. And we all know Leos like to be in control, and they like to put on a show. So they could be like, a performer, an actor, or a singer, something that will allow them to express themselves creatively. A Virgo midheaven. Now, Virgo's known for kind of paying attention to detail, and they are also known for being of service to others, right? So, like I said, with the North Node of Virgo, North Node is here to help themselves by helping others. So, when we move to the Virgo midheaven, they're good at jobs where they can be of service to others. Like, I would say, a nurse, some sort of scientist, a teacher, a doctor, something like that. A Libra midheaven, as we know, Libra's here to kind of find balance. Libras are natural mediators, right? So they would be excellent as a lawyer, or a mediator, something like that. But also, Libra is ruled by Venus, so they could do something Venus ruled, like a Taurus, like a makeup artist or a decorator or something like that. A Scorpio midheaven. Scorpios would be great. What would Scorpios be be good at? I would say as like a police officer or a detective, or something with money, like a banker, something like that. Okay, a Sagittarius midheaven. Sagittarius love to travel and they love to learn. A lot of times, Sagittarius represents the ninth house in the birth chart, and that's the house that I personally look to for like travel, or for like some sort of religion or something like that, and or like higher learning, higher education. So they could be maybe like a professor, or like a travel agent, or a professional traveler, someone who travels the world, a philosopher, some sort of spiritual teacher, religious teacher, a preacher, something like that, right? Capricorn. Let's see. Okay, so Capricorn, honestly, hard workers that we are, we would also be great at entrepreneurship. We would be great in management, kind of similar to our other cardinal sign, Aries. We would be great in careers like that. Architecture, maybe. Anything. And Capricorns can do anything they set their mind to. Just as long as that's what they're here for. Capricorn North Node is here to set goals and fulfill them. So kind of I equate that to a midheaven, even though they are different things. Capricorn midheaven, if you set your mind to something, you can do it. So anyway, Aquarius midheaven. Aquariuses are here to be different. They're here to be independent. They're here to be innovative. So you could be a humanitarian, or an activist, or a social worker, or something that will help you to help others in your own way, and not follow the beaten path, right? Another thing, this is my personal opinion. So when I think of Aquarius, I think of people who are good at not only helping others, but I think of like Oprah and Ellen, who are their Aquarius sons, and Wendy Williams, who is, I believe, an Aquarius. uh rising, but don't quote me. She has Aquarius somewhere in her chart. So I think of like talk show hosts. Whenever I see Aquarius. So Aquarius on the midheaven, maybe you could be a talk show host. Now, Pisces midheaven. This is my personal placement. Um, they're excellent artists, excellent healers, writers, very intuitive. So yeah, that is potential career indicators in the birth chart. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment on the video, and I'll be back soon with another one. Thanks for listening.